if you love something, the money will come. Some of you have admitted that what I say about people that were living quiet lives of desperation, and that you're stuck in, in a pastime that you wouldn't have picked going back 5 or 10 years, is true. You now have the choice. You can never say you don't know how to do it now. You know how to do it, just like the other people on the Hall of Fame. As Klaus Kleinfeld said to, I believe this was Business Week magazine, we've talked about visualization and affirmations and goals. And Klaus keenly visualizes, he uses affirmations, very similar to what I've taught you. He's done some refinements for his own, because all of you will refine your own process. Because you'll find that certain things work better and work faster. As long as it's legal, moral, and ethical, that's fine. And don't chart your career path too soon, because you're going to pivot, Miles. You're going to pivot, Ryan. You're going to pivot, Ryan. You're going to pivot, Michael. You're going to pivot, Marcus. Marcus has already pivoted. So don't, the big bodacious goal. And then, but how you get there will depend on what path. Remember, the road to success is always under construction, and it's always got, potholes. Respect people for who they are, not for what their titles are. Now, unfortunately, there's a lot of places in the world the titles are important. Germany is one. Germanic-speaking countries are. Switzerland. The UK. Unfortunately, where you went to school, who you went to school, your school time is important in certain parts of the world. Some of you went to great schools that are in the room here. Some of you went to no schools. Some of you have multiple degrees. Many of you have no degrees. I only have one little degree, whereas they would say here in the UK, I only have one qualification. But at the end of the day, it's no relationship in any big firm, any big accounting firm, or any big legal firm is more than one person deep. And just as an aside, the most important part of your accounting firm or the legal firm that you're going to use is the engagement partner. The good old boy, the engagement good old boy, as they would say in the South, because we have some Southerners here in the group. So pick your engagement partners carefully. And there has to be a chemistry between you and he or she. And that's why we go through the interviewing process, because you may find an engagement partner that you really get on with more after you've had 8 or 10 interviews and you know what you want and what you don't want. Do what you love. I can't emphasize this enough. I'm not tired. It's the last day. The last 12 minutes. But I'm like this all the time. Robert and Marcus can tell you, I talk, I act, and I perform as if it were the last 12 minutes of my last Super Bowl. And that's what you have to do to be successful. And I will drive you like fucking rented mules to get those results out of you. Because I know what you're capable of. More so than you. Thank you, YouTube.